Ironwood Games. This is Andrew, and today we are starting The Legend of Heroes: Trails in the Sky. Excuse me. So I played this game, um, I don't know, a couple years ago. I played through it, and I enjoyed it. But I don't remember much about it. I always hate when they give me these, and the descriptions are not very clear. I am going to go with average difficulty. Um, just want a little challenge. I don't like to be stressed out and frustrated. Daddy's really late. I even got a message from the guild saying he'd be home today, too. And Shira's gone traveling around the kingdom on some kind of training. I'm so bored. Maybe I'll just practice with my staff a bit more before dinner. Hey, I'm home. Daddy! Sorry to have kept you waiting, Estelle. Did you take good care of the house while I was away? Of course I did. Did you run into any trouble, Daddy? You didn't get hurt fighting the bad monsters, did you? Nope, I'm fit as a fiddle. That reminds me, though, I brought you a present. Really? What kind of present? A new fishing pole, sneakers, something for my training? Maybe I raised you wrong, Estelle. Aren't little girls supposed to like clothes and jewelry? I like pretty clothes, but they just get dirty. And jewelry breaks when you go play outside with it on. Anyway, Daddy, what's with the big blanket? Is that my present? Oh, you're a sharp one. Now, why don't you come over? Why don't you come have a look? Eh, what? Well, here you are. Quite a handsome boy, don't you think? So my dad brought home a boy as a present? What? Why is my present a boy? Don't make such a fuss or you'll wake him up. Wake him up? You mean he's still alive? Looks kind of dead if you ask me. I've treated his wounds so he should be in stable condition. In the meantime, however, we'll need to let him rest. I'll put him to bed, so if you wouldn't mind heating a kettle of water on the stove, I'd appreciate it. Okay. He sure sleeps soundly, and he almost looks the same age as me. This is the first time I've ever seen black hair like that, too. He certainly does have a nice head of dark hair, and a pair of amber eyes to go with it. That's nice and all, but how about you come clean and fess up? Fess up? Yeah, who is this kid anyway? And why is he hurt? Why did you bring him to our house? Is he an illegitimate child or something? Did you betray Mommy? Where have you been picking up these kinds of words? No doubt from Sherazard, I assume. Yep, that's right. For heaven's sake, that girl is going to get me into trouble one of these days with all her nonsense. Actually, I just met this boy while I was out on business. And I don't even know his name. You mean bracer business? Something like that. Oh, look. Huh? He's waking up. Wow, his eyes really are the color of amber. Where am I? So you're awake now, are you? Welcome to my humble home. You'll be safe here, so please just try to rest. What are you trying to pull? Huh? You must be out of your mind. Why didn't you just leave me there to die? Why, now that's a question I don't know how to answer. Does things just worked out that way work for you? Don't toy with me, Cassius Bright. Do you have any idea what you're getting yourself involved in? Hey! You're sure shouting a lot for someone who's supposed to be hurt. Running your mouth like that is just gonna make it take longer for your body to heal. And just who are you supposed to be? I'm Estelle. Estelle Bright. She's my daughter. Don't you remember me telling you that I have a daughter your age? Now that you mention it... Wait a minute. Don't try and change the sub... Ow. Quit yelling! Alright, already. But you jumping on me like that isn't going to make me heal any faster either. I don't hear you yelling again, do I? Look, jumping on me like that is just going to make things worse. Do I hear yelling? No, never mind. Just forget it. As a word of advice, it would be wise not to argue with Estelle while you're in this house. Even I wouldn't stand a chance if I made her mad enough. Yeah, I can see that. By the way, aren't you forgetting something? Huh? Your name. You know, that thing that people call you. I told you mine already, so don't you think it would be unfair and impolite not to tell me yours? It seems like the logical thing to do if you ask me. Trying to hide it now would only serve to your detriment. Fine. My name is... Bum bum bum. What suspense? We've got here an intro video. So these are all our, I think, main characters, kind of being introduced. So we have Estelle and the boy, the dad. We have the tarot lady, a gunner, a martial artist. And that might be like the guild logo there. Because the dad works for the Bracers, which is a guild, which I think is what assigns you quests and things. And then I think these are some additional characters. I don't know if they're major or just minor characters. like the Tinkerer, and then that sword guy and the old lady. But kind of gives us a taste of what to expect and the grand scope of the game. If I recall, it kind of starts out in just one city doing a couple of quests around town and then kind of, expands as many kind of RPGs do into a saving the world, a bigger storyline. So the prologue is kind of over. We've met this boy. We've met Estelle and Cassius, her father. And here we go. I'm going to try and keep all my voices straight. It's so bright in here. Ooh. I slept like a rock. That must mean it's Dad's turn to cook this morning. I wonder if that means Joshua's still in bed. Guess that's a no. Well, I guess I'd better get myself ready then, too. So I guess we finally figure out this guy's name is Joshua. And he loves playing his harmonica. Nice, Joshua! Bravo! Good morning, Estelle. I hope I didn't wake you. Nah, I was already up when I heard you start to play. I can't believe how awake you are, though. Even the roosters still have bags under their eyes. Not that I mind, what with that siren song of yours gently lulling this beautiful woman from her slumber. What do you mean, woman? We're the same age, and I'm hardly a man. Tisk, 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 how wrong you are, Joshua. We may be the same age, but I am clearly the woman of the house. And that makes you something like my loyal follower, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, how fortunate for you. You could at least try and sound a tiny bit sincere. It really is a nice tune, though. Cheerful, yet somehow wistful. I like your other songs too, of course, but this one's my favorite. What's it called again? The Whereabouts of Light. That's right, The Whereabouts of Light. I wish I could play the harmonica like you, Joshua. Sadly, it's a lot harder than it looks. Compared to what it takes to use a staff, I think the harmonica is much easier. It's really just a matter of concentration. You're probably right. I guess my problem is just that if I don't do something that uses my whole body, I start to feel drowsy. Okay, playing the harmonica is fine and all, but how about getting some exercise too? All your hobbies are sitting around kind of stuff, like reading and music. No girl is going to be impressed with just that. Well, excuse me for being so unpopular with the ladies. Although, I feel like I should be the one lecturing you about your hobbies. I mean, what kind of boy wants a girl who loves fishing, collecting bugs, and has a fetish for sports shoes? That's enough talk about hobbies for now. And for your information, I graduated from bug collecting a long time ago. Really? I'll believe that when I stop finding beetles in the hallway. Hey, Estelle, Joshua. Morning, Dad. Good morning, Dad. Is breakfast ready? It's ready and waiting. Why don't the both of you hurry on down before it gets cold?
Okay, I'm on my way. Thanks for the grub, Dad. Boy, am I stuffed. Are you eating or inhaling, Estelle? Like people say, kids who eat and sleep a lot grow a lot.
Well, make sure you get enough to eat, but don't forget to pour that energy into your work, too. That reminds me, you two are finishing up your training at the guild today, aren't you?
That's right. It'll be a review of everything we've learned up to this point. And once we're finished, we'll be bracers just like you, Dad. That means I'm not going to let you treat me like a kid anymore either.
You still lack understanding, Estelle. You can only become a junior bracer in the beginning, or in other words, a trainee. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you should work extra hard in your training to become a full-fledged bracer.
Well, I'm not afraid of a little hard work. Just you watch and see what I'm capable of, Dad. I'll be so successful that it won't be long before I pass you, too.
That's the spirit. Let's see what you're made of then, shall we?
Let's not start a rivalry here, you two. And Estelle, keep your focus on the task at hand. We have a test later on today, remember? Huh? Wait, what test? Please tell me you didn't forget about the test, Estelle. You know, the one that checks whether or not we've mastered the skills we've been learning and training. Don't you remember Sheriff saying that if we failed, we'd be stuck with a ton of extra homework? Crap, totally forgot. Now that you mention, I guess I kind of remember her saying something like that. Don't sweat it. I'm sure we'll manage somehow or other. I honestly don't know how you survived this long, Estelle. Your brain is like a sieve.
Papa is sad. How could any child of mine end up with such a careless, over-optimistic personality?
Ha! You're the one that raised me, so I definitely got it from you. I swear, the two of you act so much alike, but whatever. We should probably head over to the guild soon, Estelle. Shara's going to be waiting there for us. Sounds like a plan. You know how crazy scary she gets when someone keeps her waiting. Oh, before I forget, it's my turn to cook dinner tonight. Is there anything in particular you'd like to eat, Dad? Any requests?
Something I'd like to eat, huh? How about Ron-styled scalloped fish in a balsamic vinegar sauce?
What's that? I think it's a little more than Estelle's cooking skills can handle. Or our stomachs.
You're right, I just wanted to see what kind of reaction I could get. I'll just have the usual fried fish and omelet. No need for anything fancy. But do try to make something edible.
How rude. But I can't actually say he's wrong.
Actually, I do have one favor to ask before you head out. I'd like you to pick me up a copy of the Liberal News from the General Goods Store. They're supposed to be getting the latest edition in today.
Got it. One copy of the Liberal News of the General Goods Store.
And receive 500 Mira. If there's any money left over, you can have it as your allowance. However, that means no wasteful spending.
Alright, thanks, Dad. Okay, we're heading out now. See you later, Dad.
Work hard and give Charizard my regards.
Now, we finally have control, only 19 minutes in. Oh, we can talk. So I don't know, I think spacebar. Okay. By the way, Dad, is it going to be alright if you stay at home like this instead of going to the guild today? You haven't been there for a couple of days now.
Unfortunately, I have a lot of paperwork to sort out. But don't you worry, I'm carrying a big enough workload that the guild's not likely to fire me anytime soon.
It's not exactly the most convincing thing I've heard come out of your mouth. Alright, so I think, oh yeah, we can hold down, okay. And then we get transitions. store. Alright, so we want to go. Trying to remember. Okay, we can use our arrow keys as well. And the space bar to interact and do our pieces. Alright. So presumably we'll go to the guild and have our kind of tutorial, quote-unquote, review of all the things we've learned. But of course, we may get ambushed on the way. Usually that's not what happens. West Bright House and North Roland and Garoon Gate. The cell gaze, I think, are distances. The Mira was that we got, that's kind of like gold. So we want to go up to the town here. Now, as I said, I've played this before, and I'm kind of remembering, I think, and I don't remember if it's just in this first part about doing like fetch quests or not, but I remember just being in that area kind of back and forth a couple times. And I don't know if that was just, again, like I said, on some fetch quests or grinding some things, or what, but we'll see. All right. It looks like we made good time. Not too early or too late either. We just barely graduated from Sunday school and never dreamed we'd have to study so hard to become racers. Well, you're in luck. Today is our last day of training. Truth be told, though, you're the one who signed up to be a bracer in the first place, so I don't know why you'd expect to get away with any less effort. Oh yeah, I guess I did. Alright then, let's get to it and make it through this last hazing from Shara. You look ready to me. Let's go meet with Shara at the Bracer Guild over there then. Alright, so now we get to learn. We're gonna walk around. Alright, Fremont. I'm just my way over to the forest of Mistwall to the south of here for work. There's a merchant from Post who came here to buy lumber. I need to get enough ready for the order I received. So I think this red building here, this is the guild. Excuse me, logo, so that's where the guild is. We can run around. And good morning, Claire. Good morning, Estelle and Joshua. Did the two of you really become bracers? What? How did you know? That's because working in the media is my future goal. I'm going to join the liberal news service and work hard as a reporter. Don't take my information lightly either. Oh, sure thing. My gut feeling says the two of you are going to be in the tabloids. Well, thanks. Isn't it romantic that you two lovers are bracers who stand for justice? I have this feeling that a juicy drama is about to unfold. Lovers? Josh and I aren't lovers, we're family. Really don't understand anything, Estelle. Josh was adopted and things could go either way in the future, right? Plus, leaving it at that would surely please the readers. Readers? Anyway, I'm looking forward to the both of you. In more ways than one. Okay, that's all weird. So yeah, there is a bit of interaction and kind of dialogue. I'll try my best to use some good voices, but all good trail is that way. I'm not good at keeping my voices straight and remembering who's doing what. So let's see, I think this is the general store, so while we're here, we're going to go in and pick up. Good morning, Mr. Ryan. Hello there, Estelle and Joshua. You're up rather early today. Did you come to buy a new pair of shoes? Now that you mention it, are there any new ones in stock? You know, like the newest Stregas? Unbelievable. You've actually already forgotten why we came in here to begin with. You're not here to shop. We're supposed to be buying a copy of the liberal news for Dad, right? Of course. You've always been a big collector of those shoes, haven't you, Estelle? I'm afraid that the new Stragos aren't out yet. If you're after the latest issue of the liberal news, though, I should have them in around noon. Noon, huh? It's right in the middle of our training at the guild house. We'll stop by again after our training is over. Sure, I'll be waiting for you. Okay, so he doesn't have the newspaper yet. Let's go upstairs. What happens up here? Get me another lady. The morning air is still crisp and fresh. Let's see, it's about time I water my lovely flowers. We can go out on the balcony back here. Does that go up anywhere? No, okay. That ladder doesn't go to the attic or anything. Alright, so we'll go over to the guild. Is there a way to rotate the camera? Okay, there we go. Alright, here we are at the Brisker Guild. And there you two are. Good morning, Estelle. Good morning, Joshua. Good morning, Ina. Good morning. Is Shara here already? Yes, she's waiting for you upstairs. Once you finish today's training, you'll finally be recognized as members of the Bracer Guild. Good luck to the both of you. Thanks. We'll do our best. Alright, so we'll see if we can get up and get some training in here. And start. Oh yeah, so Shara is the tarot lady. Sherazard. The Star and the Hanged Man. The Herds and the Magician. And last of all, inversion through the Wheel of Fortune. This is a difficult combination. How should I interpret this? Good morning, Shara. Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua, this is a rare occasion for the both of you to show up so early. Since it's my last day of training, I figured, why not? I'm ready to get this show on the road and become a bracer myself. I'll give you credit for your enthusiasm, but I'm going to work you hard today in every way I can think of to make sure that high-spirited attitude of yours holds up. I hope you're ready. I can feel that enthusiasm dropping already. Quiet, you! Every time I teach you something, you somehow manage to forget it. This training is my way of trying to keep some of that information in your head instead of letting it dribble out your ears like it usually does. Joshua, Sharon's picking on me. Don't worry, Shara. While Estelle may hate studying and rarely ever does her homework, Axel actually is overly naive and has a tendency to stick her nose in everything. Her instincts are sharp, so I'm sure she'll pick up on how to use an ornament with some practice. Eventually, probably. I guess there's not much I can do now except hope for the best. Hold on a second, Joshua. Somehow I get the feeling that you weren't standing up for me. Well, that's odd. I'm positive I described all your best traits accurately. Whatever. By the way, Shara, what were you trying to predict with your tarot cards? Your face was really intent. Oh, this? I was just trying to get a vague reading about what might happen in the near future. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have been in the right mindset to interpret the cards correctly. You could read the cards? Now that's surprising to hear. Actually, the more profound the meaning of the cards, the more difficult they become to interpret. But that's not important now. I think it's time we start your final training. I'll give you a brief rundown of all the information we've covered in your previous training. This is the minimal level of knowledge that racers should have in order to function effectively. And Estelle, make sure you pay attention, especially close. Make sure you pay especially close attention to what I'm going to say. Yeah. Um, all right, so I think there's gonna be a lot of reading. What would you like to know about? So we can learn about orbments, about the bracers, and about the kingdom. Let's see. All right, orbments are mechanical devices which operate by using what is known as orbal energy. A variety of effects can be produced depending on their structure and the type of quartz or processed septium installed. Although it's only been about 50 years since their invention, these devices play an integral role in all facets of life, from lights, heaters, and other everyday products to weapons, magic, and even airships. In connection to this technological reform, it's commonly known as the Orbital Revolution. So it's kind of their energy source in their kind of industrial revolution kind of era. Right. Racers are investigative and combat specialists who work to protect civilians and maintain the stability of their respective regions. They aid the community in various ways, such as exterminating monsters, preventing crime, finding lost items, and escorting people and goods. The Bracer Guild, which has established branches across the continent, manages the affairs of the bracers in each region. And then about the kingdom. The kingdom of Leveril, in which we live, sits on the western half of the Zumerian continent. It abounds with nature and deep-rooted traditions. Leveril is proud to be one of the leading producers of septium on the continent, and it's known for its high level of technology used to develop orbments. Orbment technology has also been a key pillar of support for Leveril in protecting its independence as it is contending with neighboring nations. 10 years ago, when Leveril was invaded by the Rabonian Empire, it was the use of orbital-powered airships that saved the kingdom from defeat. Consequently, even now, our relationship with the Empire is somewhat sensitive. But thanks to the Queen's political finesse, Leveril enjoys peace. Alright, and that's all. Let's see. Since we've got a mountain of stuff to do today, I'll let you off the hook this time with a condensed review. I'm going to speed things up now and move on to the practical portion of your training. Shara, how is today's practical training any different from the training we've done before? Since it's practical, that means you will be experiencing things firsthand. Therefore, I'm going to have the both of you run through everything as if this were a real bracer job. So what you're saying is, there won't be any studying at a desk involved? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. This time you'll have to go out and make a physical effort to accomplish your task. I'll make sure to have you work up a sweat, so I hope you're ready. Yes, that's seriously just what the doctor ordered. I didn't know what I was going to do if I had to sit another day with my tush parked at a desk. I guess I got all worried for nothing. Well, suddenly you're all bright and cheerful, Estelle. Let's just hope that smile on your face lasts until the end of today's training. Okay, let's get cracking on your first objective, shall we? Let's have at it! Your first objective will be to confirm the details of the job you will be performing. But before that, there is something that we need to give to both of you. Ina, are they ready? Yes, they are! Alright, you two, go get one for each of yourselves. Alright. I think now that we've got control, we're gonna pause here. We'll pick up, I think this is what we'll pick up. Let's see, option, can I save here? Okay, very, very good. So we'll save there, we'll pick up here. I think we get our orbments, and we'll get a little learning how to do that. The orbment, is, these little devices, that we're gonna get, and they're gonna explain it to us. They give us kind of powers, that's kind of the magical, moves and things we get. And we can see our character and equipment here and that. So, yeah, of this episode here. We're just kind of getting the backstory, getting started. So next time we will get into our training and see if we can complete our training and become full-fledged bracers. All right. Thanks for I don't know why it's making that sound for us. Thanks for watching, and like the video if you enjoyed it. Check back for more on this series, and yeah, as always, have a good one. Thanks. Bye.